When we hear the word mysticism, a specific image usually comes to mind. Dark rooms, glowing symbols, and cloaked figures whispering incantations in the shadows. We project a specific motivation onto these ancient practitioners. We assume they wanted secret knowledge, to cast spells, control historical events, and bend the physical world to their will. But historians who actually study these texts have reached a different conclusion. That sensationalized picture is a historical fiction. Early mysticism was a complex philosophical framework. Our ancestors used it to decode the mechanics of existence, examining the nature of the universe and the human soul. By focusing on the fantasy of sorcery, we overlook what these practitioners actually created: highly structured psychological maps used to navigate the experience of being alive. To understand how this evolved, we have to look at the earliest belief systems. Thousands of years ago, human religion was often transactional. People worshipped literal forces of nature to secure immediate physical survival, like rain for crops or protection from disease. You can see this in ancient Near Eastern deities like Baal. Represented in physical idols, Baal was tied to tangible outcomes like fertility and agriculture. You made an offering and expected a physical return. Over millennia, as human civilizations became more stable, the questions changed. The focus shifted from negotiating for physical survival to analyzing the abstract meaning of the soul. This shift gave rise to Kabbalah, a Jewish mystical tradition. It moved away from pagan rituals and toward a system of deep symbolic interpretation and spiritual philosophy. Moving from gods like Baal to the philosophy of Kabbalah marks the transition from worshiping nature to analyzing the architecture of existence itself. This mystical system relies on the study of sacred texts, specifically the Torah, the Zohar, and the Sefer Yetzirah. These writings are philosophical inquiries into the origins of creation, the function of language, and the flow of divine energy. They require rigorous, scholarly analysis. This diagram is the Tree of Life, a symbolic map of the structure of the universe. Mystics use this blueprint and its numeric connections to trace how energy flows through these spheres. Its practical application involves meditation and prayer. The objective is a shift in internal perception. The practitioner seeks to understand their place in the universe through reflection, rather than attempting to exert control over others or the physical world. So, how did such an intricate, reflective philosophy turn into persistent rumors like dark magic? Over centuries, outsiders looked at these complex, abstract symbols and took them literally. A metaphorical diagram for spiritual growth was misunderstood as a recipe for supernatural power. When we clear away the exaggeration, we see mysticism as an early form of human inquiry. Like philosophy or science, it represents an attempt to create a structured system for understanding the unknown. While the methods differ, these disciplines all stem from the same trait: an insatiable curiosity about why the world works the way it does. The mystics left behind a record of the human drive to decode the universe. Their true legacy is the search for truth and the desire to understand what lies beyond the visible world.